Coming up on Volusia Magazine, we lace up for the 2019 Daytona Beach Half Marathon. Get the latest on our robust Fern Industry, and we'll take a stroll through a toy store I'll know you'll love. Those stories and more coming right up next. Hello and welcome to Volusia Magazine. I'm Amber Osman. The 2019 Daytona Beach Half Marathon will take place February 9th and 10th. And kicking off the famed Daytona Speed Week, the event has found a way to merge two kinds of racing, foot racing and car racing. Kate Sark puts the rubber to the road and has more.
The Daytona Beach Half Marathon, presented by longtime sponsor Brown & Brown, is back and better than ever with 2 days of racing. Hosted by Volusia County Government and the Daytona International Speedway, the Daytona Beach Half Marathon is an official event of the Daytona Speed Week's lineup, taking place the weekend before the Daytona 500.
Well, we specifically designed the date of the Daytona Beach Half Marathon to coincide with good weather here in Florida. So it's a very popular race with locals and with tourists, and actually 70% of the people that participate in the half marathon events are actually from outside of Volusia County. And we have a good number of those people who actually come from out of the state and even out of the country. And so now this year with a 2-day event, it gives the opportunity to participate in not only multiple events for the race, but also more time to visit all the great areas we have here in Volusia County.
This year, race weekend festivities kick off Saturday with the addition of a Beach-in-It 5K and out and back on the beach Saturday afternoon. The Beach-in-It 5K will be followed by a beach party and bonfire hosted by Cocina 214 and Landshark Bar and Grill. Sunday, runners can participate in one of two events, the Half Marathon or Lap the Track 5K. Both events start on the track at Daytona International Speedway and, new for 2019, finish at One Daytona. Half Marathon participants can also look forward to a new route for 2019. The course will take runners past several landmarks associated with the early days of NASCAR, incorporate a second bridge, and finish at One Daytona directly across from the Speedway.
I love the start with the 2 miles around the track. That was totally awesome, and the course is pretty awesome. It's difficult, but it's a great course.
This is the first time ever, and it's awesome.
So why did you want to come to Daytona?
I wanted to run around the track.
The race was gorgeous. We had the sunset coming up for the start and just had a nice gentle wind the whole way. Beautiful day for a race.
So many wonderful people out here enjoying the day, enjoying the race. I think it's the best race in the country.
And what's a race without a party? Post-race events both Saturday and Sunday will include food, drinks, music, and awards. With 2 5Ks, a half marathon, and a relay option for the half, the event is great for runners of all experience levels. Those looking for more miles can choose from one of 2 challenges, the Dual 5K Challenge or the Speedway Challenge. In addition to bragging rights, participants will earn tons of swag. Gender-specific, super soft cotton tees are included for both Saturday and Sunday events, as well as finisher medals for the races. Additionally, every registrant will receive a free ticket to the Sunday, February 10th NASCAR races.
Everybody knows about the Daytona International Speedway. It's an international brand, but to have the opportunity to start the half marathon at the start-finish line, then end right across the street at One Daytona, one of the most incredible new additions to the Daytona Beach area, is certainly something that runners will be looking forward to. The half marathon is a great addition to our Speed Weeks platform. The fans who come to watch the races have the opportunity to run a half marathon, get their blood flowing before they watch some of the most incredible racing on the planet that afternoon here at the Daytona International Speedway. We'll also have drivers and industry folks who will be a part of the half marathon, and I know they'll be excited to have it back on the day of Kroger qualifying day in the Advanced Auto Parts Clash.
With the events kicking off the races, participants may even get to run alongside a few race car drivers. It's rumored to be good luck. When Jimmy Johnson ran the half marathon in 2013, he won the Daytona 500 a week later. To learn more about all the events and secure your spot at the start line, visit DaytonaBeachHalf.com. For Volusia Magazine, I'm Kate Sark.
Volusia.org is your online county government resource. View the county council agenda and meeting calendar, as well as review past meeting minutes and archived video and audio. Save time and bypass the lines by going online to register your car or boat, pay a bill, and much more. Plus, you can use the site to discover activities, workshops, and ways to become involved with your community. Volusia.org is your portal to everything Volusia County. Too much added sugar can cause big health problems. Dr. Holly Smith has a few tips to help you reduce your intake of added sugars by rethinking what you drink. That's in this installment of Community Health Matters.
Here's what 22 teaspoons of sugar looks like. Now compare that to the less than 12 teaspoon recommendation per day. According to the World Health Organization, we should be eating less than those 12 teaspoons or less than 50 grams of added sugar. We should be shooting for 6 teaspoons of added sugar or less every day. So how do you get from 22 to 12 or even to 6? Well, subtract. Subtract those sugars from your diet. Not so easy, right? Nutritionist Jill Topper has a few tips to help you rethink your drink, which will help you to reduce the amount of sugar in the liquid part of your diet.
You can drink your daily allotment of sugar and be gone in one.
Yeah, this is where people have the most trouble with the soda, the energy drinks, the sports drinks, the sweetened tea, the fruit punches, the sugar that we drink. So there's a couple things that you can do to slowly move away from the added sugar. One is if you find yourself drawn to the carbonation, you can buy the soda water. There's all different brands out there, and you can flavor it yourself. Okay, with fruit, lemon or lime.
That's what you did here.
This we like to call spa water. It makes you
it's
feel
pretty.
good. It's pretty. So this is just regular water with your cucumber and some mint in there for flavoring. If you don't have time for that, if that's something you don't want to plan into your week, you can buy different products that are deliciously flavored with no calories.
And how do you know that they're a good no calorie rather than a bad no calorie?
I always check for artificial sweeteners, and I avoid the artificial sweeteners. So that's just my preference. But try it without the artificial sweeteners and see if that's something that would work for you. If you are really missing the caffeine from your soda, then there's a couple options. Of course, there's hot tea. You can also try to flavor your teas with lemon and move away from the sugar.
If you're like me and start your day with a large Java with sugar, you've blown your daily sugar budget before the day has barely started. A large coffee from a drive-thru can have 34 grams of added sugar, assuming you order it with sugar. That's about 8 teaspoons. Same goes for those bottles of designer coffees.
You're using up a lot of your sugar bank just from that one coffee. So you can use cinnamon, you can use cocoa powder, you can use real vanilla extract to flavor your coffee, brew it yourself, find out what works for you. Again, if you can get that sugar at least cut in half.
So you have a soda bottle that shows us is that how much sugar is
Yeah, this is 17 teaspoons of sugar is in a 20 ounce.
Wow.
So we're almost at we're over our 12 teaspoons a day limit. We're well over our limit.
Yeah,
for the
and
day.
when you're talking budgeting how much sugar you can have in a day, it's,
So really that's why when people say, well, how much soda can I drink? If you can get away from the soda and the sugar sweetened beverages, that's best.
And it gives you more latitude to eat your sugar somewhere else. You can eat it rather than drink it.
So why all the fuss over sugar? Well, several reasons. Sugar has very little nutritional value. Even though pure sugar comes from a plant, processed sugar has virtually no vitamins or minerals, no protein, and our bodies need those as part of a healthy diet. But if that is not reason enough to cut back on the sweet stuff, consider this.
It seems like excessive added sugar causes inflammation. It really does stress the pancreas, because the pancreas is going to have to release insulin every time you eat added sugar, and also the liver has to deal with metabolizing the sugar. So it has to do with the stress on the organs and metabolic syndrome if you are gaining too much weight from the added calories.
We've thrown a lot of numbers at you quickly, so here's the breakdown one more time. Your daily goal is 50 grams of added sugar or less. That's 12 teaspoons. If you really want to go for the gold, cut that in half. That's 6 teaspoons of added sugar, or about 24 grams every day.
It can be a little bit of a challenge to get used to reducing your sugar so that you're down to that 50 grams or less every day. If you're looking for more information on how to do that, there are 2 websites you can go to. One of them is the American Heart Association. The other one is Harvard Health. For the Florida Department of Health right here in Volusia County, I'm Dr. Holly Smith.
The Volusia County Council meets on the 2nd floor of the Thomas C. Kelly Administration Center, located at 123 West Indiana Avenue in DeLand. Public participation begins at 9:30 a.m. and the meeting agenda starts at 10 a.m. A live video stream is available at volusia.org/audio, and agendas are posted at volusia.org/agenda. Future meeting dates are available online at volusia.org.
Doesn't love toys? I'll bet you do. The holidays are a time to think of when finding that hot new gadget, but toy shopping can be year-round fun. Gary Daniels takes us to a unique store in downtown DeLand that is bucking the trend when it comes to toys.
My wife's dream was to own a toy store for forever. And then, we talked about it on and off for the better part of 15 years. And then one day in 2014, I was tired of my job and I said, let's start it. So we started up Wiley Owl, and we've been in business since then. Hey, welcome to Wiley Owl Toy Store. How are you today?
Thank you. Fine.
How can I help you today?
Great store.
My daughter's going to kill me, but her name is Kylie. We call her Kylie Wiley. So that's how we got the Wiley part. And then my wife loves owls, so we put it together. We wanted a nice animal that kids could relate to, so it became Wiley Owl.
I heard you had educational toys.
Let me show you some stuff.
Okay, great.
In the toy industry, there's specialty toy stores and then there's the mainstream toy stores. And specialty toy stores tend to carry more educational, developmental games and toys. We predominantly carry wood toys. We don't carry plastic toys. The other thing that we like to carry is more STEM toys, science, technology, engineering, and math toys. Our whole goal is to educate children, to help children learn more by having fun. We have a build-your-own Modari station, and we were actually the first and only one in the United States for quite a while. Modari is a car that is made by a company called Thoughtful Toys out in Santa Cruz, California. And they're a STEM product, and the concept behind the Modari cars is that anybody can build a car and put together it and design it in any which way that they want. What we try to do here is encourage kids to come in and play. We want kids, families, parents, grandparents, everybody can come in and play with anything we have open. If it's not open, they can come and play with it. We'll open it for them and show them how it works.
Tattoo? Huh. Now, what kind of a game is this?
It's a core and Gimog.
Is it like a puzzle? Is it a puzzle? Let's open it and find out.
We call ourselves the Land's Family Toy Store. And we do that for a reason, because it's a small community. We're all family. And we try to open our store to people so that they can experience the joy of actually playing with something and touching it and feeling it, as opposed to pressing buttons and looking at a screen. We want to have families be families again. With the electronic games and toys, it's a big separation. Everybody has their face in their phone or playing on their Xbox. And when they come in our store, nobody plays with their phones. Nobody's on their devices. Everybody's actually looking at things, playing together, asking how things work, sitting down with us and playing, or playing by themselves. When I was younger, and I was playing board games on Saturday nights instead of sitting and playing with my Xbox. It's our goal is to get more and more people reacquainted to the simpler things and to enjoy each other's company as opposed to being separate from each other.
Hi, I'm Josh Wagner.
And I'm Billy Wheeler. During the planning stages of the Tom Stead Veteran Memorial Bridge, people voiced their desire to have a Veterans Memorial Plaza on the northwest side of the bridge.
The Veterans Memorial Plaza will create a special place in our community for people to reflect and connect with our fallen heroes.
The proposed concept for the new Veterans Memorial Plaza is estimated to be a $1.2 million endeavor.
Your donation will help us create a special place in our community in which we can honor Volusia County veterans from all military branches and military conflicts. To help fund our Veterans Memorial Plaza, visit veteransmemorialbridge.com or call Volusia County Accounting at 386-736-5933.
We appreciate your support to create this lasting memorial for those who have served and continue to serve our country.
The fern industry has seen great changes in the past several years. Educators and fern growers get together in quarterly forums to discuss updates to their industry. Karen Stotterman has the details in Solutions for Your Life.
Karen Stotterman with Solutions for Your Life. And we are at the Summer Foliage Forum here at the Volusia County Agricultural Extension Office, standing here in this beautiful landscape garden. This meeting, the Summer Foliage Forum, we're meeting with growers and we're talking about some of the new updates in the industry.
Today we will highlight new products that are out there, and we will.
The foliage forums are offered quarterly except for the winter, and they provide an opportunity for growers and the University of Florida to get together and talk about some of the new advancements, some of the continuing education, and solutions to some of the natural disasters that have been happening in the past few years, namely hurricanes.
I'm David Register, the Executive Vice President of Fern Trust Incorporated.
David Register has been in the fern industry for many years. It's multi-generational.
The fern industry right now in our area it consists of about 60 grower shippers, which is down some over time. The hurricanes have knocked some of the people out of business. The firms that are left are generally a little larger in size than what they were. Probably employs close to 3,000 people in our industry and represents about $80 million worth of economic impact to Volusia County. The fern industry is primarily located in northwest Volusia County, up in the Pearson, Seville, DeLeon Springs area. The ferns in our area, I mean, we sell them as close by as our local florist, and they're exported as far away as New Zealand, with all points in between. So we have a worldwide impact.
The University of Florida Volusia County Extension Office provides resources, educational units, and support to fern growers in Volusia County.
Along with the ideal environment we have for growing our ferns and foliages in Florida, it's also an ideal environment for the pests that attack it. It's so important to have a university like the University of Florida to work with us to help tackle these pest problems that we have.
I'm Dr. Norman. I work with the University of Florida as a plant pathologist.
David Norman is a vital partner through the University of Florida in helping with the fern industry.
There are a number of diseases that affect fern. especially fungal diseases, and a lot of these cause economic losses. Volusia County is unique with the fern industry because it is one of the few locations where the weather and the climate are correct for growing leatherleaf fern. If you go too far south in the state of Florida, it is too hot and dry. If you go too far north, the climate is too cool in the winter. Therefore, Volusia County is the ideal place for growing leatherleaf ferns, and thus it has been one of the primary production centers for leatherleaf fern in the world. Yet the Florida climate has a lot of effect on diseases. It's very warm, it's very humid, it's very conducive to disease development in the fern industry. There are a number of cures for these diseases. There are a lot of new products. These new products are safer for the environment, they're safer for the fern grower, and they're also far more effective than a lot of the old products. The fern industry has been here in Volusia County for 100 years. The cut foliage industry is a dynamic growing industry here in Florida, especially in Volusia County. We are coming up with a lot of new crops which are being produced by the growers. Many of these are working their way into the floral arrangements and have been very acceptable. The industry is financially increasing yearly, on a yearly basis, and going up in value. The people of Florida should be very proud of Volusia County and the fern industry. The fern industry is unique, and it is also one of the best cut foliage industries in the world here in Volusia County.
I'm Rick Lusher, project manager for the Florida Automated Weather Network. We're a program of the University of Florida Institute of Food and Agricultural Science, or IFAS, and we have a network of 42 weather stations statewide, and we provide weather data and weather-related information for Florida growers. So the way that we can help the fern industry is through some of the data that we provide. For example, relative humidity is important for them when they're evaluating disease on the plants. The temperatures and those related measurements are important during the cold season when they're evaluating whether or not they need to use water for freeze protection. Fawn is free. It's a public service of the university, funded largely by the water management districts, the Florida Department of Agriculture, and NOAA. So all of our information is free to the public. And so anyone that might need weather-related information for anything, whether it be a crop, an agricultural industry, a homeowner, someone that's watering their landscape, they can access our data and use those measurements for themselves as well. And our website can be accessed at fawn.ifas.ufl.edu.
Volusia County is known for many things: industry, tourism, livestock, but the fern industry is #1. So support the fern industry. It provides jobs and economic development. With solutions for your life, I'm Karen Stottman.
Companies are looking for employees that understand every aspect of business. Stetson University is answering that need with its entrepreneur program that connects students to business leaders. Joanne Magley has more on this collaboration.
The Great Recession forced companies to think lean. They needed employees who understood every single facet of a business. So as a result, today, many businesses are seeking graduates with those kinds of skills, and in response, colleges and universities have created in-depth entrepreneurship programs.
How are you guys doing tonight?
Lou Paris is the assistant director of the entrepreneurship program at Stetson University.
This program has been around, it actually has existed for a while, but in the form of a single seminar or course, and just over the last 2 years, we have taken the program from a single course to having a major, a minor, and now we have peripheral activities around the program, like events at night.
Those events include Entrepreneurship Thursdays that showcase guest speakers like Andrew Rush, president and CEO of Made in Space, an in-space manufacturing company. Rush is also a graduate of Stetson.
You know, I personally have had I think a very non-traditional career, and I think it would be awesome if me sharing that with them kind of helps them look at that and say, hey, like, even though I have this challenge or that challenge, or I tried this thing and it didn't work, like, that's not the end. Like, you know, if you just keep swinging the bat, and things work out.
Made in Space Manufacturing Company is the first company ever to successfully manufacture useful objects in space. It started with 3D printing to create useful tools and fixes for the astronauts in the extreme and distant environment of outer space.
One of the very first parts that we ever manufactured was a ratchet that we manufactured in response to one of the astronauts on the space station saying, oh, I have this repair that I need to make, but I'm not able to complete it because I've lost my ratchet. Which sounds kind of funny because you think the ISS is this, kind of relatively small thing, but then if you actually think about your own home and how you often lose things and you have the benefit of gravity of like holding them where you dropped them off last time, and they don't have that benefit. So the astronaut had lost his ratchet, and we said, oh, we can actually make that. And we actually made that in about a week from hearing that, through taking it through all the requirements with NASA, and then actually manufacturing it. It's the fastest that anything had ever really been delivered in response to a need to the space station.
And while this speaker series program is popular with students, it's also open to the general public, another way to connect the students with the entrepreneur community.
And in fact, by design, we want people from the community in the room where students can accomplish one of two things. They can, on one side, network and connect with people from the community and speakers who can further their careers, or give them insights as to how to, what to do once they graduate, and how to take that first step. At the same time, we want those students who have ideas to be able to connect with anyone else who's working on something, a project that may be similar. We want them also to be engaged with some of the organizations that are available to the students, like take SCORE, for example, or the Volusia County Business Incubator. These are organizations that will help our students further their projects.
For the Business Beat, I'm Joanne Magley.
Stay connected with the latest Volusia County news, events, and updates on our social media channels. Like and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Catch up with previous stories on YouTube, or just head over to our website, volusia.org. That wraps up this edition of Volusia Magazine. Thank you for spending part of your day with us. If you have any questions about the show, you can feel free to give us a call at any of the numbers you see listed here, or you can log on to volusia.org and click on the News tab at the top of the screen to find us. And we hope you won't forget to listen to Volusia Today. That's Volusia County Government's weekly public radio broadcast. Volusia Today airs every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday mornings on the local radio stations you see on your screen. For Volusia Magazine, I'm Amber Osmond. Have a wonderful evening.